Welcome in. This is Nightcap. I'm your host, RhinoMan. And today's guest, we have two of them that you really need to hear. They have some awesome information for you. If you're starting out a new channel, if you have a channel and you're not sure what to do with it yet, but you've had some different things going on with it, with your life, we know time takes away from YouTube. These guys will give you some information you need to hear. But first, as we always do, I got 3 questions for you. Today's questions: can you collab with other creators? Or how to collab with other creators. You don't necessarily have to be with them in order to collaborate with them. And these guests will definitely tell you how they did it. That's one question. There's another way to do collaborations. And we have an event coming up with Gamblers Unknown. He's doing a collaboration with a bunch of different channels, coast to coast. And it's going to be like we did with the Hit It and Quit It, like we did this past weekend at Harris SoCal, where creators go live, only Gamblers Unknown took it to a different level, and it's coast to coast. You'll find out more about that event as we go on. Question number 2, can you collab with other niches or platforms? These are questions to think about, and maybe it could take your channel in a different direction. Look at what other channels are doing. Look at what other collaborations in different niches, or collaborate cross platforms, YouTube and TikTok, or YouTube and Instagram. Find a different way to do it that's out of the norm. You got to experiment. Okay, so that's question number 2. Question number 3, how do different niches collab with each other? Look at different videos. I mean, somebody out there's doing it right. Look at their videos and see if it's something you could do in your niche. Questions to think about. Okay, guys, if you don't know, you see the ticker tape going across the bottom. Today's channel supporter is Straight Up Slots. Now, these 2 gentlemen that are coming on right now, they would have never known about me if it wasn't for Straight Up Slots passing the word to them and letting them know who I was. That's how they discovered my channel. That's why I do these interviews, to let other people discover other channels. Hey, that's what this is all about: growing other channels, introducing you to other channels that you would not know about. Today we're going to meet these 2 guests, but first let me shout out to everybody that's in the chat. I see quite a few people in here already. I saw Gambling Granny, Sister Yoshi, Slot Savvy PK. Hey, that was an excellent live today, Slot Savvy. That was good. Rockin' Rocco Slots. Hey, buddy, you met these gentlemen down there this weekend. Or you met one of these gentlemen down there this weekend. Wish we could have met both of them. Cindy A, as always, I appreciate you coming in. Slot Sister, she is right there. She is my cohort. When you talk about collaborations, I think of her because we've done a ton of collaborations together, and we're going to continue to do collaborations. Casino Lady Slots, thank you for coming in. Ronnie C, El Wedo Slots, SoCal today, Florida tomorrow. It was a pleasure meeting you. Again, Gambling Granny, Chris and Lou Slots, thank you for coming in. The Gambler After Dark, hey, buddy, thank you for coming in. I appreciate each and every one of you coming into these lives, and we're not going to take up too much of your time today. We're going to get right into it, and we're going to try and keep this right under an hour and see what we could do, see what kind of information we could get from everybody. And hopefully you gleaned a couple of good ideas from these 2 gentlemen. Here we go, guys. Let's bring in our first guest, Slot Bets.
Hey, Rhino. Hey, everybody.
Introduce yourself.
Hey, everybody. I am Shannon from the Slot Vets. We are a slot channel out of San Diego, California. Husband and wife team. Wife's at work today, so that's why she wouldn't be here with me. But
hey, JJ Slot Play.
We are veterans.
I don't mean to interrupt you. I'm going to shout people out. Just want to recognize.
We are veterans of the military. I served 21 years in the Navy, retired back in 2017. My wife served in the military for 3 years, so she's a veteran. And that's how we came up with the name Slot Vets. So we are both veterans. We love the military. So our channel was previously called JS Slots. So we'll definitely talk about that. And, our channel's kind of unique because we started it, we got it monetized, we got it going, and then we took a break from YouTube for about a year.
We'll touch on that in a minute.
Yeah.
Let's get your partner in here and let him introduce himself real quick. Double Deuce Slots, how are you doing, bro?
Hey, RhinoMan, nice to be on the show here.
Thank you.
So yeah, I'm Double Deuce Slots. Started my channel a couple years ago. Just have a small channel, but you know we're basically just here to help other channels grow. You know?
Okay.
It's me and my wife. We both do it. I'm more involved. The wife is kind of behind the scenes. But yeah, we really enjoy being on YouTube and love watching all the content that's out there on YouTube.
Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. I was distracted by a noise outside. I don't mean to do that. Okay, so Shannon, tell me how you and Double Deuce. Let's get into that right away. Before we get into that, who influenced you to start YouTubing? That's the first question.
Yeah. So for me, how I first started YouTube was I got 3 boys. So,
Okay.
and obviously, you know, being a military person, the one thing about military families, the family sacrifice, because I mean, I spent 21 years in the Navy, so my kids saw me here and there, and I was on deployment. I did over 11 deployments overseas. So when I retired back in 2017, you know, I retired because of my kids. At the time, they were in high school, you know, so I figured I want to focus on trying to be with them. So one of my sons, and he's actually going to college for video production. So he was in high school at the time, and he was taking a video production class. So I figured, you know what, maybe I can start a YouTube channel and see if I can get it to go and just show him like, hey, if I can do this, you can do this. So it was that's how the channel kind of started, you know?
Okay. Double Deuce, how about you? What influenced you? What made you start?
My channel, I started my channel, yeah, like I said, a couple years back. So how it got started was I had like one of them really rough nights at the casino. Probably spent about $500 and didn't get a bonus. So I was like all down, and so just on a whim, I just went on YouTube and I just typed in, I wanted to see somebody win, basically. Yeah. So I typed in like huge slot wins, and the first one that popped up was the big jackpot. I started watching his stuff and I got hooked. You know what I mean? Like I was hooked to YouTube at that point. And then I just started discovering all kinds of different channels, big and small.
Okay. There was a piece of information right there.
Yeah.
When you first went into YouTube, the first thing you searched was huge jackpot wins. So there you go. Thumbnail, title, huge jackpot wins. I don't know if you're going to rank up there with the big jackpot or not, but that just shows you what people are searching when they're starting in the beginning. Huge jackpot wins. You should have a hashtag of that somewhere in your description or in your tags. So you started your channel. Shannon started his channel. Shannon, tell us about your channel. And you started to talk about it early. When you started your first channel, what was the toughest thing for you? And what would you recommend to somebody that's just starting out before you left your channel? What was the toughest thing for you?
My biggest advice would be stay consistent. So, and that's the one thing I always say during our live streams, with the roulette wheel, is tell people to stay consistent. So if you're going to drop a video every Thursday, then drop a video every Thursday and make that consistent, and if you're going to go live once a week, or if you want to drop a video every day, just stay consistent with whatever you want, because people get used to that. And, so that would be my advice, is stay consistent.
Stay consistent. So your channel, you built it to be monetized, right? To be monetized. Yes. And then you took a break.
Yeah. Okay. So our channel used to be JS Slots, which stands for Josie and Shannon, husband and wife, JS Slots. And we started the channel in July of 2019, got it monetized early 2020, as soon as the pandemic kind of hit, that's kind of when we got monetized. But to get our channel monetized, that's where I met Double Deuce. And I'd met Double Deuce in another channel's live stream, and we kind of just chatted here and there in the chat. And then our relationship grew where we became friends. We gave each other our phone numbers, emails to phone numbers. And now we talk on the phone all the time. And, we're great friends. I call him my YouTube partner. If you go to my channel, his link's on my channel art, so he's a great friend. And I tell you what, I've never met him in person, but we're such great friends.
And that goes back to collaboration. Let me shout out real quick. I see Spanglish Slots in here. I see Yo Ange in here. Thank you for coming in. Of course, Gambling Granny, and we're going to get to Gambling Granny first. Double Deuce.
Yes.
What advice would you give somebody starting out their channel?
Starting out, I would say, try and get with other creators who maybe are a little bit more established, that you might maybe where you want to be, and contact them, through, if you can contact them through like maybe Facebook or Instagram. There's so many ways to get in touch with people nowadays, and just ask them, just contact them and ask them, just if they can help you out, just ask for help.
Okay.
Because that initial help, I think that really will help you in the long run.
Okay.
Because that was the hardest part, I think, getting started was, that first, like maybe the first 100. First 100 was really tough for subscribers. So yeah, I would say ask questions. Ask a lot of questions.
Ask questions from other YouTubers and
YouTubers,
people within your niche. So you guys met. And tell us about that. You talked every day. What happened after that?
After that, I kind of started trying to figure out what I wanted to do in my live streams, because at the time, the casinos here in San Diego, we were going through a pandemic. It just kicked off, and and then also we started doing the live streams. We started doing the roulette review of shoutouts. So
yeah.
And it was a way that we could help channels get to 1,000 subscribers and also help them to try and get to 4,000 watch hours, because trying to get 4,000 watch hours, it can be daunting for some channels. Some channels get, their 4,000 hours quick, and some channels, not so fast. So we just try and give people some of the basics, a playlist. A playlist is key, because it's a way for someone to come to your channel and binge watch a lot of your videos. And you kind of talked about it a minute, Rhino, where analytics is key. If you go to your channel and you watch one video on your channel, let that video play, and at the end of that video, watch what happens. It's going to go to somebody else's channel. It's going to go to a bigger channels that YouTube are pushing. But if you go to a playlist, you can play everyone's videos. Now, the other thing is, if you're on your cell phone, you can run somebody's playlist from your cell phone.
Yeah.
But only on the desktop you can play all. Hit the play all button.
Yeah.
So that's why we push the playlist a lot. That's what me and Double Deuce do. We push, to build a playlist. And
that Double Deuce, go ahead. You want to add to that?
No, I was just going to say, like the playlist partnership is basically where we basically watch each other's playlist. We'll somebody will send an email to Shannon, and then Shannon will tag me on it, and then basically, they'll say they want to join a playlist partnership, and then we'll start watching each other's playlist to help each other out.
That's awesome. So the pieces of information right there. Hey, Anonymous, JJ Slot Play, Cindy A, Olga Rosas, thank you guys for coming in. Really appreciate it. So the playlist is key. Like you said, if you're on your computer and you want to watch somebody's playlist, you could, or watch all their videos, you could press play all and it'll play their whole list. But your cell phone or anything. So the important key of information there. Melody61, thank you for coming in. She says hi to RhinoMan, Slot Bets, and Double Deuce.
Hey, Melody.
Hello.
So if you have a playlist, and this is important, you could even have, I see Lolo has one on her channel called a binge watch playlist. But if somebody clicks on one of your videos on that playlist, it's going to play through the whole playlist. If they forget to shut down, it'll just keep going and keep going through your whole playlist. If they don't do that, it'll go to the next person up that YouTube decides to put up there for you.
Yep. And then I also
So-
like to separate it out between like lives, playlist, short playlist, short video playlist. And then, your regular slot video playlist. Just, it gives people different options to do as far as, watching your playlist.
And you'll be
Okay, so-
surprised. You'll be
Casino
surprised
Lady
how many
Slots,
channels.
Thank you.
How many channels don't have a playlist? I mean, I've done the roulette wheel for a while, and that's one of the first things when a channel on our live stream, whenever they come in and they pick a number, and if their number hits on the roulette wheel, we pull their channel up on the screen, and then we start reviewing their channel. And we just give them little basic tricks, tips and tricks, thumbnails, playlist, little things like that. That we just kind of bring out to them. And then we also show them Social Blade. We'll pull their channel up in Social Blade, and hopefully during the live stream we'll get them a few subscribers as well, and introduce them to everyone who's part of our playlist partnership and our live stream. They all have a wrench in the chat. So you come into my live stream, almost everybody has a wrench because they're all part of the playlist partnership.
Okay, so you mentioned Social Blade. Is that something everybody should be looking at? Is that something
I definitely
you look
recommend
at
it
regularly, or?
I definitely recommend it. It gives you some tips and tricks for your channel, gives you a grade on different things, and then also you can go into customize your channel and look at your own analytics in YouTube as well. But, we do use Social Blade to pull up, where these channels are as far as subscriber count. And, that's what we do during our live.
So you guys collaborate a lot, but you've never met in person.
No.
How has that been working with the collab? I mean,
I'll let Phil answer it. I think it's great.
I think it's great. I mean, we can, we can talk on the phone, as much as possible and get, all the information, through that way, through talking over the telephone. It's a little hard to do as far as being in a casino together, but definitely for like the roulette wheel, it's great talking over the phone.
Okay, so something that I've done collabs with, and I'm experimenting with it, is through StreamYard. I could send you, just like we're doing this video right here, I could send you a link, and I could send Double Deuce a link. You guys could be in a casino somewhere, and you could point your thing at a slot. So we could actually be playing on the same screen, different things. So that's something to consider. You don't necessarily have to be right next to each other, but you could do a collab where one day you do it on your channel, the next day you do the challenge on the other person's channel, but you're both on the same screen. That way you're both working together. Yeah, you guys had a story about Slotty Math Teacher. I don't see her in here yet, but tell the story with that.
I'll let Phil tell the story. Double Deuce.
Okay, so for Slotty Math Teacher, we were trying to share her channel. She was just getting her channel up and going, and sometimes we'll run people's links, basically drop their links, and then that'll allow people to go to her channel. And we could not find her channel because her name was just Math Teacher. And when we typed in Math Teacher, it just brought all these different Math Teacher videos up, and we couldn't find her channel. So, we said, why don't you just try and maybe change your channel name, make it a little bit more easier to find. And that's what she did. She went from Math Teacher to Slotty Math Teacher. She came up with that on her own. We didn't give her that, but as soon as she did that, we were able to find her channel, drop her link, and then other people were able to easily find her channel too as well. So
yeah, so
your name matters, definitely.
That's a good piece of advice. So when you're coming up with your channel name, you should probably try and search it on YouTube to see what comes up. I don't know many people do that, and I searched RhinoMan in the beginning, but nothing came up because there were no RhinoMan. There was Angry Rhino. There was a bunch of other things, but That was one of the things that I did, and I think it's a good exercise for people to do. Go on both Google, Instagram. Now, when you did slot bets and double deuce, did you check other platforms to see if those names were available on those other platforms as well, or is that something that you just?
I know when I did my name change here recently, because when I took a break from YouTube, I took a whole year of break, and when we came back, I got a hold of Double Deuce in December of 2021, and I told him, I said, hey, let's get the band back together. I'm looking to come back to YouTube. My kids are now in college, so I have the time. Let's get going back to YouTube. So we said, yeah, let's do it again. So that's why I've been back since December. Now, when I came back, I saw there was another JS Slots, and no big deal. But I was like, and then I got an email from YouTube saying, hey, welcome back, but you've been gone over a year. You need to remonetize your channel. So I lost monetization.
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
Right there. I don't mean to interrupt you, but right there, that piece of information is something that you guys need to know, because life gets in the way. You have a lot of things that come in and out of life, and YouTube takes a lot of time to do together. So if you take a break from YouTube, this is what potentially can happen. Go ahead and continue on.
Yeah, so I got an email basically saying, hey, welcome back. You need to do your 4,000 watch hours again. I already have the subscriber account, over 1,000. So now we're working towards our 4,000, and we're about halfway there. We're almost at 2,000 watch hours since being back since December. So, So yeah, we're working our way back to get monetized, and so it's been great. And I figured, what, this is the best time for me to change my name, and that's the one thing is, you got to be honest, and pick a name that's going to reflect you. And that's why I figured Slot Vets. Me and my wife are veterans of the military, and I thought the name was perfect. We like to go to casinos. We like to play slot machines. So I figured the name was perfect. And
perfect. Thank you for your service, by the way.
Yeah.
You and your wife and Double Deuce, your whole family. And we'll get into some of those stories. But you like the wigs too.
Yes.
I do notice, and that's something that you guys do is you have fun on your channel, and that's something that everybody should know. Hello, Brazen Slots. Thank you for coming in.
And the crazy thing about those wigs,
the wig story, how that started off.
Yeah.
Sure.
Get Shannon.
No, you can say how we started with the afro.
Okay, so with the afro, back when he was JS Slots, now Slot Vets. So he came on the air one time, and he was wearing the wig, which was, that was pretty funny just by itself. He went dressed up one year as
Tony Gwynn.
Tony Gwynn, that's right. Yeah, how could I forget? So he went dressed up as Tony Gwynn one year, and that's how that came about. And then, so I had a Tony Gwynn rookie card. He was one of my favorite baseball players too. So I sent Shannon the Tony Gwynn card saying, would you please wear the wig again? Because, it was just, I thought it was great. And that's what he did. It was like his first super chat. It was even before he was monetized. So yeah, that's kind of how the wig thing got going.
Yeah. And then we started doing the roulette wheel. We started doing the roulette wheel, and anytime the wheel landed on 22, I would put the afro on. So the afro was the first thing that started. And then as the channel started growing, we met Gambling Granny and DEUCE. And, that's why now I have a granny wig. I have a DEUCE sniper wig, Chumba Queen. Chumba Queen used to be Mystery Slots. Chumba Queen gave me the Harley Quinn wig. And then we also have a channel that we lost back in 2020. Wayne's a Slot. Great guy. He loved the roulette wheel. And that's why I always give him the number 25, even to this day on our live. Was Wayne had passed away, but Wayne gave me a couple wigs. He gave me have you seen what is
Grease?
it? What?
Grease?
Grease.
Frenchie.
So Frenchie wig. So I have a Frenchie wig, and then I also have a Wonka wig. So all the wigs came from channels. So, and they
That's
always,
awesome.
That,
That is
that's a neat
awesome.
little
And
connection.
I was gonna try and send you a wig, but your wife said no way. Your wife said no way. I was gonna send you the LA Dodger wig, and she just said no, can't
I
send
know.
it. Forget about it.
We are Padre fans. There's no Dodger stuff allowed in our house. No Dodger stuff.
That's
But
So that's great. So as JS Slots, that's when you met Granny, correct?
yes, I met Granny and Dice came into our live stream. Me and Double Deuce were doing the roulette wheel, and Granny and Dice came in there. And I think Granny didn't even have 100 followers back then or subscribers. And Granny gave me a number. Her number was 23. She said, "Hey, she's a big Chicago Bulls, and 23, Michael Jordan."
Michael Jordan. Yep.
So Granny and Dice came in, and their number landed. So I pull Granny's channel up on the screen, and we start reviewing her channel. Soon as, like I said, the first thing I always went to is the playlist. We go to the playlist. Granny has no playlist. And I said, "Granny, I recommend you start a playlist." And immediately Dice is in the chat like, "What's a playlist?" Like they didn't even have, they didn't know. They were just starting. So I walked them through during the live stream how to do a playlist. And you know what? They continually came in every Friday, because we used to do Friday Night Lives all the time. And every Friday, Granny and Dice were coming in, and that's how our relationship with Granny and Dice built. And you know what? When I took the break from
you right there, because I want to make this point to everybody. All of your interactions with channels, no matter how big or small, helping everybody else out is something that will come back again and again and again and again. Look where Granny's at now. You helped her out with her playlist. Go ahead, Double Deuce.
No, I was just gonna say they're up there. Yeah, Granny does have a great channel.
They're way up there. They're huge. But it started out with the relationship and watching another person's channel and asking questions and figuring it out, and what you guys do with the roulette wheel and everything. That helps. If you could glean some information from anybody, no matter how big or small, it could help boost your channel, as long as you take it as, I'm sure she wasn't saying, "Oh, well, I don't want to listen to you because, I'm not going to listen to a playlist or anything." No, she was receptive of that information that you were giving her, and look where they're at today. Continue on with Granny and how she built what she's doing.
And like I said, when I decided to take a break from YouTube, I told Granny, I said, "Hey, take my Friday night spot. Feel free to take that." And I tell you what, ever since we left, Granny and Dice have owned that Friday night spot. And even, I am great friends with Granny and Dice. We text, we keep in touch. I've never met Granny and Dice in person, just like Double Deuce, but we are best of friends. And I tell you what, when I decided to come back to YouTube, there was a few people I got a hold of. Obviously, Double Deuce was my first contact. Granny and Dice was a close number 2. And then I also got a hold of Straight Up Slots, because he's another one of my good friends, our good friends.
He's going across the banner right now. When we had our pre-interview before this, you told me something that I didn't even know, and that's why I put him as the channel slot supporter. If it wasn't for him, you guys would have never discovered my channel.
No, and James Spitzer as well, because when I told James from Straight Up Slots, when I called him and told him, "Hey, I'm coming back to YouTube. I've been away for a while. Any tips and tricks?" And he was like, "Hey, man, go check out RhinoMan. This guy's awesome." And then he also talked about James Spitzer. He was talking about James. And I tell you what, I was happy to meet you both last weekend, and it was great to meet both of you guys.
So yeah, word of mouth still, holds true. Word of mouth. I mean, the word of mouth can be powerful.
I definitely got the dog tag right here. Hey, Super Squirrel, thank you for coming in. Cheers, bro. Word of mouth is obviously one of the best ways to spread something, even with all the technology. And technology is just another form of word of mouth. Let's see what he says. And that's why RhinoMan is key for any more information. Thank you, Anonymous. I got to meet that guy. He's not anonymous to me anymore. We call him Bones, but you know that there's a different story. So it was awesome meeting you, and that's part of this whole thing. When you took time off of YouTube, did you still communicate with Double Deuce?
We kept in touch every so often. We text and stuff like that. We did keep in touch, and then every once in a while, I would go in Granny's live, say hello to her and Dice, you know. So I wasn't strictly always, but I didn't post any videos, you know.
Okay.
I didn't post any videos for over a year. So I definitely should have kept posting videos because I'd still be monetized today if I would have.
Yeah, even if it was like a short, I guess that would have been, you know, even if it was like a short or something like every month or, you know, every couple months, you know, you know, if anybody's planning on taking a break, just keep that in the back of your mind to do that, you know, like,
yeah.
Without a doubt, guys, if you're going to take a break, post something to your video just so you don't lose your watch hours, your monetization, so you keep something going over the course of the time that you're going to take off. And okay, so now we're going to talk about the struggles that you've had to deal with after you take time off. So you have all of this momentum, especially after you get monetized. You have a lot of momentum built. You're building up subscribers. Once you hit to the 1K and you start getting a little bit above that, you know, YouTube starts pushing your stuff out a little bit more because they could advertise on your channel now and do things like that. If you just stop doing what you're doing, that just takes a dive, and it takes you a while to build that back up. That's what you're going through right now, right?
Yeah. And you know, it's going to take a little while. I'm sure it's going to take some months for us to get some, you know, people used to us being live again. So, and you know what? I'm going to stay consistent and continue to do the live streams, drop videos. Like right now, we're dropping videos every Thursday. We dropped one today.
That was a good one, actually.
And just try and continue to drop videos. And if I can't go live on a certain day, I'll still drop a video. So that's where just trying to stay consistent.
Exactly. Stay consistent. So you guys have collabed on different videos. I have to ask this question because I know Slot Sisters in the house right here. Slot Pockets, thank you for coming in. Do you guys have plans to do like a combo channel? I know myself, I have one channel going up, and I got this one monetized, and I'm scared if something happens that it gets shut down or something like that. So I have another channel. Is there a plan for you guys to partner on a different channel together where you guys put content together on the channel?
That's a good idea.
That is a good idea. No, we didn't have any plans, but
yeah,
that is a great idea.
You guys could put out a joint channel, and I'm just throwing this out there. I don't really know, but you could put out a joint channel where you do something together, and then you could take turns posting each week, so you keep that consistency going, and you know, come up with something that works for both of you.
That's a great
I do
idea.
it with Slot Sister. We have the drunken duo, where we just get on, we review some channels, we look at different things, shout people out. We haven't been as consistent as I would like. Jose Ruiz Slots, thank you. Jose Slots Ruiz. You know, but that's part of the plan. When you have somebody that you connect with, or you have another channel that you possibly could grow something together with. Sounds like you guys hit it off. So
yeah. And I tell you what, while I was gone, you know, Double Deuce never stopped. He went over and he started a TikTok channel while I was gone, and he's grew that thing over 11,000 followers. So that's what Double Deuce was doing.
I went living on TikTok here for a while. So
and that brings up the other point. You know, the different platforms. So TikTok for you, are you monetized on TikTok?
Yeah, there's different levels over there. So it's kind of different from YouTube. So I hit the first level where I have over 1,000 subscribers, and then you can go live and you can get different gifts and stuff like that. So you basically make your money from lives. And then there is another level. Once you hit 10,000 followers, you have to have 10,000 followers and 100,000 video views in the last 28 days. And then that's another level that you make, where you'll make money off advertising, kind of like how we do at YouTube.
Okay.
So
I have a question, because I don't know. So on TikTok, you said you have to get so many views in 28 days. Is that like a rolling 28 days, or after you get to the 28 days, you got to get a new 1,000 views, or?
It's a rolling 28 days. Yeah.
Okay. So your views have to be consistent in order for you to stay at that certain level.
Absolutely. Yeah.
On TikTok, I don't want to say, I don't want to make it sound trivial, but I posted a few videos. I got 10,000 views on one, 9,000 views on another, and so on and so forth. And I've seen one of the people that I interviewed a few weeks ago, Slots of Ben. He just got monetized on TikTok. He did a live. He had 4,000 people in his live. He went live this past Sunday again, another 4,000 people in his live. So it builds that momentum. Have you transitioned any of the TikTok to YouTube?
I haven't gone that way, but I've gone videos that I had like just stored in a can. I've put on YouTube. I've sent them over to TikTok, and some of them have done really well. I haven't gone the other way though, but that's something I'm definitely going to look into, in the future. I've only gone live one time, so it's kind of like a learning learning curve there. But I am going to go live this upcoming week. I'm going to try and go 2 or 3 times. I'm going to be in Atlantic City, so I'm going to give it a try there.
Okay. Gambling Greta says we'll be in Vegas in 10 days. We will be live daily. When we're out there, we'll be celebrating a 2-year on YouTube. Congratulations on that 2-year celebration, Gambling Greta.
Congrats, Granny.
Fantastic.
Amazing. To be here from when they first started and to see her 2 years later, it's awesome. Tell you what.
Right? I mean, and you guys were part of that. When I was interviewing them, they explained how they took over that Friday night spot. And I think she said in the whole time that they were doing that spot, they've only missed one Friday night, and that's because they were on a flight and they couldn't do it.
Yeah, they were very consistent. That's exactly that's how you do it.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why when I called Granny, when I told her we were coming back to YouTube, I told her, I was like, hey, we're not taking no Fridays. We're not going to come back and take a Friday, and that's why me and Double Deuce, we took Saturdays. So we're kind of doing Saturdays. I have done some Monday night lives with the roulette wheel, which I'll probably continue to do Monday nights.
Okay.
And then me and Double Deuce also do another live show. And it's kind of like that slot play you talked about, Rhino, but we do scratchers. So he's scratching from Pennsylvania. I'm scratching from San Diego. And then we drop the link in the chat and we let people come up and talk about their channel. That way people can, get to know the person, behind the channel. And we call it the Scratch Party Saturday. So
definitely check that out. If one of the mods could drop in that Scratch Party Saturday link, that would be great. One of the videos from that, that would be awesome.
Yeah, and we started that like during the very beginning of like the pandemic, just because nobody could get to the casino, So we started doing the scratchers on Saturday. So
and we give people prizes. If whoever has the highest winning ticket, myself and Double Deuce send them prizes and stuff every week. Like the last episode we just had, Gambling Granny was the winner. So we sent Granny and dice. We also send people snakes. So we have little snakes. It started with Rona the snake during the first season, and now Rona had a bunch of babies. So Alpha, Beta, Delta, Omicron, and these snakes are all going out to whoever wins.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So I noticed the giveaway that you do for some of the people, the dog tags. That's absolutely awesome. My girlfriend loves it. And if you guys notice, I don't know if you can see that, but that's a QR code in the back of the dog tag that leads to their channel. There you go. Awesome. We had somebody that came on the show that talked about, you know, QR codes and putting them on Post-its and leaving them on the machines when they go to Vegas or on the post or wherever. It's sort of a cross between old school marketing. I don't know if you guys know what a telephone booth is, but they used to have these things called a telephone booth where you had to go put quarters in, and then they had these signs usually with the tear off thing, call for a good time or whatnot. But it's a cross between old school marketing. Hey, there we go. Real Twinning Slots is in the house. Hey guys, slot bets, RhinoMan, Double Deuce. Thank you for the dog tag slot bets. Hey, they were awesome meeting them. And if anybody in the chat has not caught that interview with them, fascinating girls. They're definitely going to go far. They have great heads on their shoulder.
That was so much
they
fun.
Don't have
that
sugar daddy,
interview.
Not at all. They do it all themselves.
And maybe I don't know, but I think when I watched that episode, Real Twinning, let us know in the comments. Did your father serve in the military? If so, I would love to shout you guys out because we've been doing these military and first responder shout outs, RhinoMan, and everybody loves them. So we do that in all of our slot videos. And, you know, Real Twinning, if your father was in the military, I'd love to shout your channel out. I think he was.
Let us know, Real Twinning. What was your father in the military at all?
Yeah. And I tell you what, Rhino, to speak on that, you'll be surprised at how many people are on YouTube have friends, family.
She said, yes, he was in Vietnam. He's a Vietnam vet.
Real Twinning, send me an email. I would love to shout your father out. Send me some photos. And that's what I really love about our slot videos is we're now shouting out military and first responders. And, I mean, if you give me a chance, Chris and Lou Slots. Lou, you know, first responder from Florida. You know, there's so many channels that are first responders or military vets. You'd be amazed.
Real Twinning says their grandfather was in the Korean War.
So
he probably what branch? Because he probably served with my father, my stepfather, who was in the Navy. We had this discussion. He fought in the Korean War and World War II. So
my dad was in Vietnam too. So
send me an email if you guys have family or friends that served in the military or first responders. And first responders are police, firefighters, EMTs, dispatch, you know, healthcare workers. I would love to shout them out during our videos. And, you know, a lot of people don't know this. I mean, obviously me and my wife are veterans of the military. I come from a huge background of military. My father, that's why I always have this flag behind me. My father passed away when I was 12 years old, committed suicide. And he's a military vet, served in the Navy for 21 years. And about a year before he passed away, he told me I should join the Navy. And that's what drove me to join the Navy. And I tell you what, I had a great career. I got a great job. And it's all because, you know, it started with him. And all my family members were in the military. I got a lot of family. So
Lucky Obsession says her dad was in the Navy, World War II. TL Sot says his father was at Normandy Beach.
My grandpa was.
Mm-hmm. So, you know, there's a lot of people in here that, you know, have had family members. My father was in the military and he really appreciated the slot vets. I think it's wonderful what you're doing, giving shout outs to vets. My father was in the military and your support is really appreciated. You know, thank you.
We had a great shout out today in today's video for Beer Belly Slots. He served in the military. So Anonymous
says his mom was in World War II. She was one of the original Rosie
Riveter. Yeah.
Riveters. Yeah.
Yep. Amazing. Hey, send me an email. I would love to shout your channels out. slotvets2017@gmail.com. So thank you for that, Rhino.
Oh, definitely. So you guys get that? Anybody in the chat, send him an email, slotvets at
217. Slot Vets.
Yeah, slotvets2017@gmail.com.
Okay, and he'll put a shout out. And if you even want to do something a little bit more, send him a picture of your dad, your mom, whoever served. He'll be happy to shut that out. Thank you for doing that. That's awesome.
Awesome.
That is absolutely awesome.
And if you do that, you get your own dog tags, because whoever sends me stuff, I'm sending them dog tags. Melly loves slots. I got to get her dog tags in the mail. Her husband David served in the Marines.
Beer Belly Slots is in the house. 9 years. Sorry, been lurking before bed. Work at 5 a.m. Hey, bro, I know how you feel. I had to get up at 2:30 this morning. I was at work at 4:45. So I have that terrible drive. But Beer Belly, I got to get you on the show, bro. I really do, because we got to talk about what you drink, because you have that light beer going on. I don't know if you're on a diet or what it is, but we really got to talk about that.
You got to have that Budweiser.
I appreciate you. Thank you for your service. Slot Pocket says, my husband was at Desert Shield. He is my slot partner. My dad was in Vietnam also. Thank them for their service. Thank you very much.
Service, guys.
Yeah, send me some emails. I would love to shout your channel out. It's a great way to get exposed. People, it's, because my thing is with these shout outs, I mean, every Veterans Day, we always say thank you to the vets. You know what? Yeah. I want to make every day like Veterans Day for first responders and military vets, because they deserve it. I mean, I did 21 years. I know the sacrifice, and I know the family members sacrifice. Not only the people who served, but their families, So
yeah, definitely. Here's the thing that I guess a lot of youth take for granted, and not even youth. A lot of people take for granted is that the military served. The service that they gave us gamblers and people going to the casino, we could do that because of the service that everybody gave. Yeah. We take a lot of that for granted because, it's just day-to-day activity. But, we got freedoms here that a lot of other places don't have. And that's because of our military.
Mm-hmm.
And they have to send people all over the world to do that. It's not just like, homeland. It's all over the world,
Exactly. Okay, guys, so your playlist partnership, you guys already explained that. Anybody that wants to join in your playlist partnership, what do they have to do?
It's simple. All you got to do is have a playlist on your channel. That's the first thing. And then send me an email, slotvets2017@gmail.com, and say, hey, SlotVets, we want to be in your playlist partnership. Myself and Double Deuce will go review their channel. And as long as they meet the requirement, which is have a playlist, they join. And then the next time we do a live stream, we shout out all the members who are part of the playlist partnership. And then whoever's a new member, we give them a wrench in the chat.
And that goes for my chats too. Yeah, same thing. They'll have a wrench in my chat.
Yep,
absolutely.
Thank you, Olga Rosas. To all the military brands says, I salute them all. God bless you. Thank you, Olga. And she's a cooker too. Hey, Lolo Slots. I think Lolo Slots is in the house. Thank you for coming in. I know you're at bowling. I got to talk to you, Lolo, because I have something coming up, and I think it'll be right up your alley. Maybe we could collab on something. So, guys, tell me what's next for you guys. What are your plans? What are your plans for your channel? I know, you salute the military, and Double Deuce. We didn't even get into this, but you definitely salute healthcare workers. You're a healthcare worker. Explain that.
Yeah, something I'm probably gonna start is I want to start kind of like how Slot Vets is doing it. Start shouting out some healthcare workers in some of my videos there. Excuse me, some of my videos.
Okay.
Because especially the last couple of years, it's been tough on them. A lot of the channels, YouTube channels that are healthcare workers have had to take a little bit of a step back because, we've had, some more important things to take care of there, So I want to, give them guys a shout out. And it's probably the most challenging time that we've ever had in healthcare, and I've been in it 20 years myself. So they deserve a shout out.
Yeah. And I know the other thing that I want to focus on, and it's kind of like what I focused on before, was some of these smaller channels. You know, we talked about Gambling Granny, how she was small when we first started. Well, there's some new channels, you know, Horvath Slots, Slot Sister, you know, Double Deuce. Help me out with a couple more.
CJ's Gambling.
CJ's Gambling. These channels all have like 200 or 300 subscribers. CL Slot 6. You know, those are some of the channels that we want to help get some of these milestones and, you know, help them build their channel. You know, it's kind of like, and then I also going to be doing some live streams. Me and the wife do have a trip planned to Yamava soon. So you're going to be seeing us doing some live slot play. And then obviously, Rhino, yeah.
Let me know. I'll be there.
And then Rhino, definitely. I mean, I came and met everybody. I would love to get involved with, you know, one of the next, you know, live stream marathons, you know. Whenever a sign up is, I would definitely love to sign up to do that because me and my wife had a blast that day.
I know we have the Megathon, not Megatron, Slot Sister, because I see you lurking in there. We have the Megathon coming up in March, but I'm pretty sure we're going to put something together right after that. We have something in July. We have something for every month. We'll definitely keep you in the loop for anything coming up, so we could all be part of it together. But here's a suggestion that I'm going to make to both of you gentlemen. You guys are all about helping other channels. Slot Sister has a series called Level Up on Sundays.
I've seen it.
And, you know, you guys could definitely put something together for her because you guys have helped out a lot of channels now. You could reach out to her, Slot Sister, and give her some help for her Level Up series, which helps creators. That's what she's all about. She's all about helping promote smaller channels, helping boost people up, just like you, just like me, trying to compete, not necessarily compete, but just trying to get everybody up as much as they can. I mean,
get them leveled up. Yep.
You get them leveled up. You don't get ahead by stepping on people. You get ahead by helping people up.
That's right.
So I mean that's our philosophy right there. And I definitely hope if somebody could drop the Level Up link or Slot Sisters link in the chat, that would be fantastic. Granny Fest 2022 coming October. You know, I look at being there for sure.
We'll be there.
October's there's something already planned for October. We had January, February, March, April. We have something going on every single month this year. And we're gamblers. We like to go have fun. We like to party and have a good time.
I absolutely love the Granny Fest this past year. That they didn't even realize how big it was going to be. It was that big. So you can imagine this upcoming year. I thought that was awesome. You know, they didn't realize how big it was going to be, you know.
Olga Rosas for the $10 super chat. To all who served, to all healthcare workers, as well as responders. The $10 super chat. Really appreciate that. Chris and Lou's coming right in behind that with the $4.99 super chat. Slots of bed 35 away from 1K. Hey, guys, please, awesome. If you guys haven't gone over to his channel and subscribed, I'll be putting his channel links out there pretty soon. He does awesome on TikTok. You know, he's pushing out some good content over there, and he's going to be part of this event where hopefully we could the plan is to start him out on TikTok and move to another YouTube channel. Maybe we could bridge that gap a little bit.
Lots of Ben has 2 channels. I think he just created another channel. So you know, kind of like on TikTok, that's one thing on TikTok. Some people have been creating 2 channels because there is a tendency for TikTok to just cut channels, you know. So it might be something that people might want to look into, creating like a backup account.
You know, that's a good point because I just got that notification that he had to create a new channel because something happened. So that's something to keep in mind, guys. If you're on TikTok, you have to create a new channel. I don't know the particulars, but we could reach out to Slots of Ben. He could give us some info on that. I'll bring him back on the show to talk about it. But he's doing fantastic there. Guys, I'm going to leave this last few minutes up to you guys. Do your thing. Let everybody know, you know, who your shouts out. I know Beer Belly's in here, but
I definitely want to say thanks to everybody who's been here tonight. You know, Gambling Granny, Slots of Ben, you know, Beer Belly Slots, Melly Love Slots. Thanks everybody. You know, what's coming up next for the slot vets? We're going to be doing the roulette wheel on the 21st of February. That's going to be our next live stream. And then I know Double Deuce is going live on 2/22. And then
It's
we're
my birthday.
Doing,
happy birthday.
And then we're going to be doing a scratch party. We're going to be doing our scratch party episode on the 26th of February. So grab some scratchers and come join us.
Yeah.
What we
Anybody can join. Come on in and
okay.
bring some light to your channel. So
yeah. And we do it on StreamYard just like this, and we'll pull you guys right up. I know Gambling Granny, Straight Up Slots, you know, a lot of channels have came and joined us, and you know, it's a chance for you to tell people what's going on with your channel.
Hey, that's absolutely awesome. I'll be joining you on that.
Yeah.
Guys, for us next week, I have a special guest for Monday. We have Karen in the kitchen this week. It's outside of our normal niche, but I have a lot of people reaching out to me from different niches that want to come on and tell their story about how they started their channel and, you know, the struggles that they go through within their niche. So this is going to expand not only to gambling channels, but to channels across YouTube. So Karen in the Kitchen is going to be on next week. We also have Slot Mates. We saw them down there. They had something bad happen to them, and they just turned that around into a positive. Yeah. Love
their videos attitude. Awesome.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, they're awesome people, and I look forward to having them on the channel next week as well. So we have some good guests coming up. Reached out to Straight Up Slots. He'll be on the channel soon. Can't wait to have him. He is the channel supporter of the day. Until next time, guys, let the good times roll. See you, baby.
Thank you, everybody.
Take care. Keep creating.
Thanks, Rhino.